Ja, hallöchen ihr Lieben, da bin ich wieder zurück zu einer 19. Folge von Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker und wir haben in der letzten Folge, oder wir sind in der letzten Folge verhaftet, ja genau, verhaftet sind wir. Und bevor wir aber die nächste Mission angehen, werde ich natürlich das Mission Briefing benutzen, denn diesmal ist ein anderer Charakter dran, den wir mehr Tiefgang
Snake,
verleihen.
I hope you can hear me. Word is you've been captured by Strangelove. I'm guessing they confiscated your gear, but I know you've still got something left. Search your memory, Snake.
Ja, wir sind von Strangelove leider verhaftet worden. Und nun werde ich aber das Mission
Any
Briefing
word from
verwenden.
Snake?
I can't get through. Strangelove must still have him.
No.
We just have to trust the boss and wait.
For how long?
Amanda, you're cute when you're angry. But please calm down. He's prepared for situations like this.
With what? They'll find whatever he has on him.
No, they won't. Because this is something a lot more personal than equipment. And Snake never would have gotten rid of it.
Meint ihr die CQC oder? Weiß ich nicht. So, jetzt ist Paz dran. Wir werden jetzt ein bisschen über Paz hören. Letzte Folge hatten wir Miller und in der nächsten Folge wird dann ein weiter anderer Charakter abgespielt.
My mother was the one who named me Paz. She said it was an expression of her wish that the country stay at peace. It is a pretty common name in Central America. My mother always used to tell me, never make war. Always help keep the peace.
I remember. Your grandparents.
Yes, they died in the Civil War. I think that is why my mother hated war so much.
That's another thing you've got in common with Kaz. His mother named him Peace, too.
See, because Japan also suffered through war. I think I know how Mr. Miller's mother felt.
You like the peace sign, huh?
See, as a gesture, it connects every peace-loving person. Here, you try it, Snake. Peace.
No thanks. It doesn't suit me.
Too bad for you.
You know, the V in the peace sign comes from the V in victory. When did it start standing for peace?
I am not completely sure, but I guess it came out of the protest movement against the Vietnam War. Oh, and do not turn your hand around when you do it, especially around British people. It is insulting.
So, you live alone now?
No, not alone. I've been living in school dormitories since I started junior high. After my mother died, my relatives took me in, but they were not my real family.
You didn't fit in there.
In a way. My aunts were kind to me and all. But I know how difficult it must have been to suddenly have a child thrust into their lives. When you live with someone, there are no secrets. I could tell my being there was a burden on them.
Sounds like a rough childhood.
I would not say that. I was lucky just to have people take me in. There were fanos living out in the streets because their mothers died. It is even worse in countries with frequent civil wars. So, who am I to complain about my childhood?
You're a pretty tough kid, you know?
Not at all. I am not strong at all.
So, was haben wir denn noch hier? Die Küste von Costa Rica. Ah, das sind jetzt Gebiete, die wir schon hatten. Ist nicht wirklich viel. Ich könnte hier noch die Küste nehmen. Welche nehmen wir denn aber? Nee. Nehmen wir ein bisschen Amanda noch, denn Paz hat nicht wirklich viel zu sagen.
We are Sandinistas, the heirs of General Sandino's will.
Sandino. The father of modern guerrilla warfare.
To you, maybe. To us, he's more like a real father.
That why you named yourselves after him?
Of course. La Frente Sandinista de Liberación Nacional. The Sandinista National Liberation Front is named in his honor. We share the general's goal, to take back our country's freedom. In his day, from America. In ours, from the despot Somoza.
Times have changed, but the song remains the same.
Patria libre o morir. That is our slogan. El Che used to say the same thing, you know.
Patria o muerte. The slogan of the Cuban Revolution. So, You're fighting for a socialist revolution too, then?
No, it's not about ideology. We only want to live normal lives. We are sick of living in a country where you can be beaten for walking down the street, where you never know if your neighbor is snitching on you. Our goal is to give back the country to its people.
Yeah. The Cuban Revolution started out like that too.
We are few in number, but we will win. Victoria o muerte. For a revolutionary, there is no other fate.
So, so. Dann können wir jetzt den General, oder? Warte. Die Wassermelonenverkäufer.
A revolution to bring peace to your country, huh? No matter how much we fight, peace never gets any closer, does it?
I do not like it, but it is the only way. If we do not fight back, they'll just keep exploiting us. You want proof? Look at our country's history. Revolution is a means and not an end. I know. When the revolution is victorious, I want my country to be at peace. But to bring peace, we have to first eliminate that traitorous scum.
It's an old saying. We make war that we may live in peace.
Who said it?
Aristotle.
You know your history.
I had a good teacher.
It has always been like this. People making the same mistakes over and over. And still, all we can do is fight.
I hear you. If you've got a goal, you've got to keep moving forward.
La CIA calls their new toy Peace Walker, eh?
Yeah. So,
It is an insult to us Nicos.
because of the guy you were talking about, Walker.
See, although it happened over 100 years ago. Back then, the political parties in Nicaragua were at each other's throats. The Nicaraguan Democratic Party hired an American mercenary to help counter their enemies, the Conservative Party.
And that was Walker.
After taking care of the conservatives, Walker decided to seize power in Nicaragua for himself, eventually making himself president.
Huh. The Democratic Party gave him an inch, and he took the whole country.
But it did not end there. Not only did he make English an official language, he tried to reintroduce slavery. Walker's goal was to build a Caribbean empire centered on the American South.
Caribbean Empire. Huh. Sounds kind of like what Coleman is trying to pull off.
The gringos are always like that. They invent some convenient excuse to trample all over foreign countries like they own the place. Peace Walker, ha!
What happened to Walker in the end?
A united Central American army led by Costa Rica kicked his ass and sent him running back to America.
And why don't we do the same? I, for one, don't intend to let Coleman get his way.
Good idea. I'm glad we have you, boss.
Naja. So, was kann sie über sich sagen?
Amanda, when did you join up with the Sandinistas?
About a year ago, when I went into the mountains with mi viejo and his group.
I thought your dad was with the FSLN from the start.
No, he fought alongside General Sandino, but after that, he retired for a while. He found a job, got a wife and a house, and raised us kids. Then one day, some Sandinista students came by.
And he felt the old fire in his belly.
Something like that. All he did was help them escape from La Guardia, though. But then La Guardia showed up. They broke into our house and began pushing him around, shouting questions.
I'm guessing he kept his mouth shut.
No matter how hard they hit him. Our house was trashed. After that, he was on their list. They harassed him day and night. It was only then that he gave himself over to the Sandinistas. He kept it hidden from us at first, so we would not get hurt.
He sounds like a good father.
He was. But my mother got fed up with it. She left us. I don't blame her.
Why didn't you go with her?
It was a hard decision for sure. But like my father, I could not let Somoza get away with his crimes. But most of all,
Chico.
he is too much like his papa. One way or the other, he was going to stay. And I could not leave him behind. Soon enough, La Guardia drove us out, and we found ourselves in the mountains. It just kind of happened.
Well, for an accidental revolutionary, you sure put up a hell of a fight.
The mountains make men into warriors. The training is harsh, but it brings us that much closer to being hombres nuevos.
Chico couldn't ask for a better sister. I can see why they picked you to be Commandante.
So, haben wir hier noch was?
Chico's 12, right?
Right.
Isn't he a little short for his age?
Malnourishment. Food is hard to come by when you're running around in the jungle.
He's got quite an appetite.
I know. I didn't want him to come in the first place, but there was no one to take him in. I had no choice but to look after him.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Sometimes it's better for a kid to be with his family than far away in a safe place.
Thank you.
Promise me this, though. When your fight is over, make sure he gets a proper education. Give him a chance to be something other than a guerrilla. It's not too late to teach him something other than fighting.
Okay, I promise. You know what book Chico really likes? The World Encyclopedia of Mysterious Creatures. The Loch Ness Monster, the Yeti.
UMAs. Yeah, I know.
He's still so much like a boy. I worry about him.
He'll be fine. I know plenty of grown men who still go crazy over UMAs.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry to hear about your dad.
Thank you for saying that. Mi viejo was the leader of the Frente. He was the last of the generation that knew General Sandino. He saw the general's exploits firsthand as a boy. He would tell us stories about it all the time and about how the general was assassinated.
Did you know he was getting money from the KGB?
I had some idea, but I did not have the courage to confront him about it. I know it was a painful decision for him to make.
I can imagine.
Yes, my father was a good man. I loved him as a daughter, and his soldiers believed in him. Thanks to him, La Frente held together even in the worst of times. I don't know if I can ever fill his shoes.
Na gut, mehr gibt's auch da nicht mehr. Nee. Gut, in der nächsten Folge werden wir dann wohl Chico und die anderen nehmen. Jetzt werden wir erstmal sehen, was jetzt mit uns passiert, denn wir sind ja noch immer gefangen von Strangelove.
I didn't defect. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? Your mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
Rise and shine. Coldman's greed does not concern me. I'm only interested in one thing. The truth. I'm a scientist, an AI developer, but not an AI myself. I'm a scientist, and as a scientist, I find this distasteful. You understand? I am a scientist, and I expect answers that make sense. Now, what do you know? Your boss defected from the US, taking a Davy Crockett with her, and used it to launch a nuclear strike on Soviet territory. That much I know from the CIA's official debriefing. Did she defect or not? Answer me! Did she or did she not die for her country?
She sold us out. My orders were to take care of her.
Liar! I want to know the truth! Brace yourself.
Oh Gott, das ist eine Folterszene. Oh, ich hasse Folterszenen, habe ich schon bei Metal Gear Solid 1 gehasst.
You hate me? Fine. Turn it up. It doesn't change the fact that I killed her.
I know that. But what I don't know is your motive. Why would a hero, loyal to the end, betray her country? What really happened? What did you see?
She betrayed more than just her country. She betrayed me, too.
Then how do you explain that bandana? Why keep a memento of a traitor?
What are you talking about?
And what about that scar? Don't tell me you have the same scars by sheer coincidence.
Don't touch me!
Decorating your body with her memory. Rather effeminate, if you ask me. Answer me!
Oh fuck, es geht weiter in die zweite Runde. Oh Gott, ich muss mich ein bisschen konzentrieren.
Admit it! She sacrificed her life for America, didn't she? Sacrificed all for a country that cared nothing for her soul or for her dignity. And you... Yes, I do hate you. But even you must understand how I feel. I have a right to know what she died for. Why won't you tell me? You're no longer one of Washington's lapdogs. You have no moral obligation to your country. Answer me! Would you see your beloved boss brought back to life? Then say it. Say she died for America. That she remained true to the end. Gave her life for the country that betrayed her time and again.
No. That woman was a traitor.
Why? For what purpose?
She went to her grave, cursing her country.
Why? Who is it? What are you protecting?
I'm not helping you finish that thing. Face it, the boss is dead. Whatever's inside that machine, it isn't her.
I'm raising the voltage. The next one might kill you!
Oh Gott. Oh Gott.
Why? Why not just give up? He's passed out.
Das war knapp.
Get in there!
So, wir wurden jetzt auch eingesperrt in einer Zelle. Aber das war schon sehr knapp. Oh Mann. Ja, ich bin auch ziemlich gespannt, warum er diese Narbe hat. Die sieht nämlich genauso aus. Die sieht nämlich genauso aus wie bei The Boss. The Boss wurde ja operiert, also das Kind wurde ja rausgenommen, damit sie einsatzfähig war. Ja, und die Patriots haben halt ihr Kind halt weggenommen. Die Philosophen waren das. Und ja, wir haben jetzt eine Karte, die von natürlich der guten alten Strangelove, und wir werden diese Zelle hier damit auch aufmachen. Das Kind von The Boss war oder ist natürlich Ocelot. Das hätten wir auch so herausgefunden, wenn wir mehr den Codec benutzt hätten in Metal Gear Solid 3, was mein Fehler war und ich das nicht gemacht habe. Da ich es komplett vergessen habe, dass ich euch das zeigen wollte, dass Ocelot wirklich das Kind von The Boss ist. Also das Kind von The Boss und The Sorrow. Die hatten ja was gemeinsam. Und ja, später hat The Boss The Sorrow umgebracht aus Zwang. Und wir haben The Boss umgebracht. So, ich lasse ihn jetzt noch einmal dahin laufen. Und dann öffne ich die Zelle. Und es kann losgehen. So, ich werde aber jetzt hier bei der Säule warten und schauen, dass er wieder zurückkommt. Dann kann ich ihn erledigen, denn er wird sonst einen Alarm auslösen, verständlicherweise. Und wenn wir ihn daran hindern, diesen Alarm auszulösen, haben wir es natürlich leichter auszubrechen. Selbstverständlich. So. Gut. Der ist außer Gefecht. Natürlich haben wir jetzt keine Full-Tong-Systeme, um ihn zu unserer Base zu transportieren. Aber das sollte auch reichen. So, raus aus der Ecke, nicht, dass er den einen sieht. Und dann anschließend hier raus. Wir brauchen auch unsere Sachen. Ich glaube, das werden wir in der nächsten Folge abholen. Der sieht mich nicht. Alles tutti. So. Flucht aus der Folterkammer. Einsatz beendet. Die Folter war... Meine Hand tut immer noch weh. So, 53, ist das ein S? Wir haben 53, ja, das ist ein S. Wir haben 53 bekommen, das ist nämlich gut. Jetzt können sie auf was schießen.
Snake,
Yeah.
it's good to hear your voice again. Sorry. Hey, you okay?
Yeah. My lungs taste like charcoal.
No smoking for you for a while, huh?
I'll be fine. I better get moving.
Nice work.
What's the situation with you? Everyone okay?
Yeah, but there's a slight problem. I can't get a hold of Paz.
Paz. I thought the professor was looking after her.
So did I. Here's the deal. I started thinking, and I sent someone over to the school the professor mentioned.
And the school doesn't exist.
No, it exists, but Paz has been a no-show. The person at the school said neither the professor nor Paz had been seen there in quite some time.
Coleman knew about us. We've been marked by the CIA. The KGB and Paz brought us into all this. Coleman must know about them too.
You think Coleman's got them?
No. Remember, Galvez isn't some pencil pusher.
Yeah. The KGB will have eyes on Coleman night and day, too. Which could mean they knew what the CIA would try to do and are just staying out of sight.
Let's hope so. See what you can get out of the KGB, cuz.
All right, back to work.
I better get moving.
Snake, we haven't detected any signs that Peace Walker's been activated, at least from above ground. It's still in the hangar you were in earlier. This time, it's really our last chance. Destroy that AI.
On my way.
Ja, es ist so schön. Alle guten Dinge sind drei. Jetzt der dritte Versuch, Peace Walker zu stoppen. Und ich hoffe, das gelingt uns auch. Aber was mit Paz und Galvez los ist, man weiß es nicht. Paz hat sich sowieso schon komisch verhalten. Aber na gut. Alles ein bisschen strange. Sie hat ja gesagt, dass das Tape von ihrer Freundin ist, aber das Tape hat ja die Französin Cécile aufgenommen, aber die Cécile kennt Paz nicht. Deswegen ist alles so ganz, ganz, ganz komisch. Aber na gut. Ich werde jetzt hier diese Einheiten reintun. Den werde ich natürlich in die Werkstatt reintun, aber einen schwachen wieder rausnehmen. Verständlich. Und der ist gut im Kämpfen. So, dann muss ich einen schlechten rausnehmen hier. Das ist der schlechteste. Kantine, fertig. Gut. Das war's dann auch schon von mir und von dieser Folge. Ich sage Tschüss und auf Wiedersehen bis zur nächsten Folge von Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Und ich bin gespannt, was uns dann noch so erwartet. Bye, bye.